Dear students, in the previous class, we started statistics of class 9. In today's session, we continue the problems in this chapter, statistics. Let us start the class. Statistics, class 9. Students can refer the page number 190 pages. Statistics, class 9. Pages, page numbers 197, 198, 199, and 200. You can refer these pages. Now let us start our first problem. This is the second problem of statistics. The weight in grams, the weight in grams, the weight in grams of 50 oranges, of 50 oranges picked at random, picked at random from a basket of oranges, from a basket of oranges are given below. Are given below. Let us note down these values. 35, 45, 55, 50, 30, 110, 95, 40, 70, 100, 60, 80, 85, 60, 52, 95, 98, 35, 47, 45, 105, 90, 30, 50, 75, 95, 85, 80, 35, 45, 40, 50, 60, 65, 55, 45, 30, 90, 115, 65, 60, 40, 100, 55, 75, 110, 85, 95, 55, 50. So total number of observations is 50. Now you have to prepare a table, grouped frequency distribution table. Prepare a grouped frequency distribution table distribution table taking class intervals 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, and so on, 110 to 119. So here in this problem, 50 observations are given to us, and we are asked to find out to prepare a grouped frequency distribution table with class intervals 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, and so on. So now let us prepare the table. We must learn how to prepare this table. Let us start our answer. So the heading is grouped frequency distribution table. Grouped frequency distribution table. Grouped frequency distribution table. Now the first column is class interval. Write class interval. This is the first column. The second column is tally marks. Tally marks. The third column is frequency. The third column is frequency. Here, let us note down what is given in the problem. Orange is weight. Here, this is orange is weight. Orange is weight is taken as class interval, and number of oranges. Number of oranges is taken as the frequency. Now let us start our frequency distribution table. Now we consider the first class interval 30 to 39. 30 to 39. So we must count how many oranges are there having the weight from 30 to 39 in grams. They are given in grams. So let us observe this. 35, 30. Next, there are only two values in this first row. 35, 30, 35. So how many in the first row? Two oranges are there. In the second row, there are three oranges having the weight from 30 to 39 grams. Next, we consider the third row. This is 30. Next, so only one value. So only one orange is there. In the last column, no oranges, that is 0. So total how many oranges are there having the weight from 30 to 39? 2, 3, 1. We add all this. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 0, 6. So let us write this step. 6 oranges are there having the weight from 30 to 39 grams. So how to write this these tally marks? So 5 plus 1, 6 can be written as 5 plus 1. So I write it now. 6 oranges are there. I have written the frequency. Now tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one should be written as like this, 5. Next, this is 6. So tally marks should be written in this way. Now we consider the next class interval. What is the next class interval? 40 to 49. 40 to 49 is the next class interval. This is the next class interval. Now let us count how many oranges are there having weight from 40 to 49 grams. Let us check this. 40 to 49. So this is the first orange. This is the second orange. So in this row, how many oranges are there? 2 oranges are there. Now in the third row, 47, 45. And next 45, 40. In the second row, how many oranges are there having the weight from 40 grams to 49 grams? 4 oranges are there. 4 oranges. Next, in the third row, 45 kilograms and 40 kilograms. So in the third row, 2 oranges are there. In the fourth row, there are no oranges having weight from 40 to 49 grams. Now, let us count this. 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. So, we should write 8. The frequency of this class interval 40 to 49 is 8. So, we write the frequency of this class interval is 8. Then how to write the class tally marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have written 5 plus 3. Tally marks should always be written like this only. Now we consider the class interval 50 to 59. 50 to 59. Let us count the number of oranges having weight from 50 to 59 grams. This is the first orange, 55. Next 50, 52. So 3 oranges are there having the weight in between from 50 to 59 grams. Next, in the second row, 50 grams. So this is the only one orange. In the second row, we have got one orange. In the third row, 50, 55, 55. So here, three oranges are there in the third row. Next, the fourth row, 55, 50. So here, two oranges are there. Two oranges. So total number of oranges having weight 50 to 59 grams is 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9. So in this interval, we should write the frequency as 9. The frequency of this class interval is 9. So 9 should be written as 5 plus 4. We write it, the tally marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how we write the tally marks. Now we consider the next class interval 60 to 69. 60 to 69. This is the next class interval. Now let us count how many oranges are there in this class interval 60 to 69. So this is the first orange and this is the second orange. So in the first row there are two oranges. Next in the second row no oranges are there in this class interval. Next the third row 60, 65, 65, 60. One, two, three, four. So four oranges are there. Next, in the last column, no oranges, that is 0. In the second column row also 0 oranges. So how many oranges are there in this class interval? Students can answer to the questions in a chat box. There is chat box in YouTube. Students can answer to the questions. How many number of oranges are there in this class interval 60 to 69? 2 plus 4, 6. Total 6 oranges are there in this class interval. So we should write The frequency is 6. Now we write the class marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 plus 1. 6 can be written as 5 plus 1. So the sixth one is written as so this is how we write the tally marks 5 plus 1. 6 can be written as 5 plus 1. Now we consider the class interval 70 to 79. 70 to 79 class interval. For this, we should count the number of oranges in this class interval 70 to 79. Now let us see the first row 70. This is first one. So how many oranges are there in the first row? One orange is there in the first row. Next 70 to 79. This is second. So one orange in second row. Next third row. In third row 75 grams. This is 1. And fourth row 0. There are no oranges having the weight from 70 to 79 grams. Now, how many oranges are there in this class interval 70 to 79? 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3 oranges are there in this class interval. Now we write the tally marks and the frequency for this class interval. So 3, frequency is 3. So tally marks 1, 2, 3. So this is how we write the tally marks. Now we consider the next class interval 80 to 89. 80 to 89. Now let us count the number of oranges, that is the frequency for this class interval 80 to 89. So this is the first orange and this is the second orange. So how many oranges are there in the first row? 2 oranges are there in the first row. Next 85, 80. So in the second row, how many oranges are there? 2 oranges are there, 80 to 89. Next third row. There are no oranges in this class interval. Now in the fourth row, there is one orange having the weight 85 grams. So how many oranges are there in this class interval 80 to 89? 2 plus 2 plus 1, total 5. 5 oranges are there in this class interval 80 to 89. So the frequency for this class interval is 5. 5 is the frequency of this class interval. Now we write the tally marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how we write the tally marks for the given problem. Next, we consider the tally marks for class interval 90 to 99. We write the frequency for class interval 90 to 99. Let us count the number of oranges in this class interval 90 to 99. So this is first orange and this is the second orange. So how many oranges are there in the first row? Two. Two oranges are there in the first row. Next second row 98, 90, 95. So three oranges are there in the second row. Next third one 90. Yes, only one orange is there. Next we count the number of oranges in fourth row. It is also 1. So total how many oranges are there? 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7. So what is the frequency for this class interval 90 to 99? The frequency is 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7. 7 is the frequency of this class interval 90 to 99. So we note down this. So here we write the frequency of this class interval is 7. Hence 7 can be written as 5 plus 2. In tally marks we write 5 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 5 plus 2, that is total number of oranges is 7. So we write the tally marks 7. 5 plus 2. 7 is written as 5 plus 2. Next we consider the class interval 100 to 109. 100 to 109. We consider this class interval. Now let us count the number of oranges having the weight 100 to 109 grams. So this is the first orange in the first row. So 100 grams is this is first one orange. Next 105. 105. This is another orange. So 1. Next 100 grams. This is 1. Now in the fourth row, there are no oranges having a weight from 100 to 109 grams. So how many oranges are there in this class interval? Total 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is 3 oranges are there in this class interval. 3 oranges. Number of oranges is 3. So we write the frequency is 3. Now we write the tally marks 1, 2, 3. Now we consider the next class interval 110 to 119. Last class interval is 110 to 119. Now let us count the number of oranges having the weight 110 to 119. In the first row, this is the orange in this class interval. So one orange. Next, there are no oranges in this class interval. So 0 in the second row. Next, 1, 115 and 110. So how many oranges are there in this row? 2 oranges are there in this row having the weight from 110 to 119. No such oranges are there in the row 4. So how many oranges are there having weight from 110 to 119 in this class interval? 1 plus 2, that equal to 3. 1 plus 2 equal to 3 oranges are there in this class interval. Now we write the frequency and the tally marks for this class interval. So this is equal to 3. The tally marks are written as 1, 1, 1. Now we write the total number of oranges. Total number of oranges, it is 100. It is already given in this problem. Total number of oranges is 100. So this is how we prepare the frequency distribution table with the class intervals 30 to 39. The frequency is 6. 40 to 49, the frequency is 8. For class interval 50 to 59, the frequency is 9. For class interval 60 to 69, frequency is 6. For class interval 70 to 79, the frequency is 3. For class interval 80 to 89, the frequency is 5. For class interval 90 to 99, the frequency is 7. For class interval 100 to 109, the frequency is 3. The class interval 110 to 119 has the frequency 3. So total number of oranges is 100. So we got this number 100. This is the total number of oranges. This is how we prepare the frequency distribution table. Now, if you observe this table, Here the upper limit ends with the 39 and the lower limit for the next class interval starts with 40. So there is some gap, one difference is there. So here also 49 and the next class interval lower limit is 50. For the next class interval also 40, 59, 60. So such limits have some gap 1 here. So note, you can write a note on this note. Note. We can construct real limits. We can construct. So let us note a small table to understand this. This is how to write class boundaries. Class boundaries are real limits. I would like to explain this concept with the help of an example. So let us consider the class intervals of the above table. Here this is class interval, classes, and this is class boundaries. Class boundaries. Now, you will learn how to construct class boundaries for the given class intervals. So, first class interval is suppose that it is 20 to 29, and the next one is 30 to 39, and the next class interval is 39 to 40 to 49. So if such class intervals are given to us, then you will learn how to find the real limits, or how they are also called boundaries. Next class interval is 50 to 59. 50 to 59. Next class interval is 60 to 69. Next 70 to 79, and the next class interval is 80 to 89, and the next class interval is 90 to 99. Next class interval is 100 to 109. So next class interval is 100 to 109. Next, we write 110 to 119. And next, we write 120 to 129. So we have written the class intervals like this, and then you will learn how to write the class boundaries. Here, how to write the class boundaries, you will learn this. If you observe this problem, here the difference of these two is 1, and the difference of these two also, that is, let us note down the differences. 30 minus 29 equal to 1. Like that, 40 minus 39 equal to 1. Next, the next step we have 50 minus 49 equal to 1. So the difference of these two of the difference of the upper limit of this class interval and the lower limit of the next class interval is 1. So this is how we can write all the values, and the next 69 minus 60. This is also 60, 59 minus 60 minus 59. This is equal to 1. And also 70 minus 69 equal to 1. You consider this. This is so you can understand what is the difference. Now what we have to do is we should take half of the difference. What is half of the difference? This is divided by 2, that is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 equal to 0.5. Here also divided by 2 equal to 0.5. So here also 2 divided by 2 equal to 0.5. Like this, we take half of the difference. This is 0.5. So what we have to do is lower limit plus minus this difference 0.5. We should take this, and in the next one is upper limit plus 0.5. This is how we calculate. So the here what is the value? 20 minus 0.5. Now let us answer to this question. Here we have 20 minus 0.5, this class interval. These are 29 plus 0.5. So this is how we write the class intervals. That means 19.5 to 29.5. This is how we get the class boundaries. So in the next step, here also 30 minus 0.5, 30 minus 0.5 to 39 plus 0.5. So this class interval becomes 29.5 to 39.5. 29.5 to 39.5. So in the next one, for the next class interval, 40, here 40 minus 0.5 to 49 plus 0.5. So we should write the class boundaries as 39.5 to 49.5. So next 50 minus 0.5. So that is we are subtracting half of the difference from the lower limit, and we are adding 0.5 to the upper limit. To the upper limit we are adding, and to the lower limit we are subtracting. To 59 plus 0.5. So this is equal to, we get 49.5 to 59.5. Next step, 60 minus 0.5. 60 minus 0.5 to 69 plus 0.5. So this is 59.5 to 69.5. The next class interval is 70 to 79. So we should subtract 0.5 from 70. 70 minus 0.5 minus 2, 70 plus 0.5. So we get the class boundary 69.5 to 70. Here 79. 79.5. The next class interval is 80 to 89. So we should write 80 minus 0.5 to 89 plus 0.5. So we can write this as 79.5 to 89.5. The next class interval is 90 to 99. So here we write 90 minus 0.5 to 99 plus 0.5. So we get 89.5 to 99.5. And next we can write this 100 to 109. 100 minus 0.5 to 109 plus 0.5. So this can be written as 99.5 to 109.5. Next, we can write this as 110 to 119. So 110 minus 0.5 to 110 plus 0.5. So this is 109.5 to 119.5. Next, we can write 120 to 129. This can be written as 120 minus 0.5 to 129 plus 0.5. So this becomes 119.5 to 129.5. So I have written all these steps. Now let us see how to prepare this table. The first one is classes. The second one is class boundaries. Class boundaries. So let us see how to write it. Here we have 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. Next 50 to 59. So we just take these two values. Here we can write it 29 plus 30 by 2. This is equal to 29.5. 29.5. And the next one is 39 plus 40. 39 plus 40 by 2. This is equal to 39.5. The next one is 49 to 49 plus 49 plus 50 by 2. This is 49.5. So now let us see how to write this step. The upper limit for this boundary is 29.5. Next class interval is we write 29.5 to 39.5. And next 39.5, that is we take this and we write here 39.5 to 49.5. So here also we take these two are equal. Let you observe these two. Now this value is the same here 49.5 to 59.5. So this value will be written here 59.5 to 69.5. So here the next class interval is 60 to 69. So without much calculation, we can write it very easily. Now this is 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99, 100 to 109. So now you observe this, how we take. And the next is 69 to, so we start here 69.5 to 79.5. Again, these two are same. Here also 79.5 to 89.5, and this will be the same 89.5 to 99.5. That is, we are calculating the average of these two. Next is 110 to 119. So this is, we write 99.5 to 109.5. So the next step is 109.5 to 119.5. So here what you have to observe is the difference is 10 for all class intervals. So the first lower limit for the first class interval is 19.5. You observe this. So we can write the steps here. I am writing these steps just to understand. Students need not write all these steps. So this is 49 plus 50. Next 59 plus 60 by 2. This is 59.5. Next 69 plus 70 by 2. This is 69.5. This is just to understand only. I am writing 79 plus 80 by 2. This is equal to 79.5. Next 89 plus 90 by 2. This is equal to 89.5. Next 99 plus 100 by 2. 99.5. Next 109 plus 110 by 2. This is equal to 109.5. Students need not do this calculation. You can just observe that 0.5 is subtracted from the lower limit, and 0.5 is added to the upper limit. So this is how we convert the given class intervals to class boundaries. Here you observe one fact, that here in the first class interval, the first column 29 to 30, Next 39, second class interval ends with 39. Third class interval starts with 49, 40. So one difference is there. So these are called, the first column is called class limits. This is class limits. And these are called class boundaries or class real limits. Real limits or boundaries, class boundaries. So that is the difference. And these are also called class limits. So these are of two types. First one is non-overlapping. Here class intervals, I write class intervals. These are non-overlapping. In this example, we have written 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and so on. These are examples for non-overlapping, means these are non-overlapping. And the second category is overlapping. Overlapping class intervals. Overlapping class intervals, here we have observed 29.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5, 49.5 to 59.5. In this particular example only, I am writing next 59.5 to 69.5. That means here what you have to observe is these two are the same. Here these are not the same values. This is what you should remember. These are non-overlapping and these are overlapping. And the limit, these are called limits. So here we get upper limit and lower limit. So upper limits are 39, 49. These are called, all these are upper limits and lower limits. Here for overlapping class intervals, we say that these are upper boundaries. We say upper boundary and lower boundary. These are the definitions for these class intervals. You see, these class intervals are of two types, non-overlapping class intervals and overlapping class intervals. When we consider non-overlapping class intervals, we say upper limit and lower limit. And when we consider overlapping class intervals, we say these are upper boundary and lower boundary. And these are also called real boundaries. These are also called real limits. Here these are called limits. We get the concept limits. Here real limits. We say real limits or boundaries. So this is the basic concept that all students must understand. And here non-overlapping classes are called inclusive classes. These are called inclusive. So these class intervals, this is we write the overlapping the class intervals, the overlapping class intervals simply we can use the word classes. Classes are called exclusive classes. These are called exclusive classes. So you have we can consider some more examples for overlapping intervals. So for example, if we have the class intervals of the form, let us see 30 to 40, 40 to 50, these are the same. We are talking about the same. Another example 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, like this. Here we take another example here 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to, I am giving another example 41 to 50, 51 to 60, and so on. So here, if you observe, these are not equal. These are not equal. Here, in this problem, uh, these values are equal. So here, these class intervals are overlapping class intervals, and these class intervals are non-overlapping class intervals. So you must understand overlapping class intervals and non-overlapping class intervals. Now, in this example, we write the length of the class interval. Now, we write for overlapping class intervals, what is the length of class interval? Length of class interval, that is, I will write overlapping. Overlapping. This is equal to upper boundary minus the boundary, lower boundary, minus lower boundary. In the above cases, if you observe these cases, these examples, the difference is 10 only. So you can take upper boundary minus lower boundary is the length of the class interval for overlapping when overlapping class intervals are considered. That is exclusive when exclusive classes are considered. When exclusive classes are considered, we define the length of the class interval equal to upper boundary minus lower boundary. Now let us come to this non-overlapping. Here non-overlapping class intervals are considered. Here this non-overlapping class intervals are called, now I write it here, non-overlapping class intervals or simply classes are called inclusive classes. Inclusive classes. So inclusive classes, now length of class interval. How to find the length of class interval? The length of class interval is length of class interval of non overlapping, this is non overlapping class intervals. This is equal to difference of difference of upper limit otherwise two consecutive upper limits or lower limits. Now let us consider some examples to understand this concept. This is first problem. Find find the length of the following class intervals. within brackets non-overlapping. So I would like to give an example. This is 1 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. So these class intervals are given. So now these are non-overlapping. Length equal to length of class interval equal to, we can consider the difference of these two or the difference of these two. So 10 minus 1 or 19. Here not 1, this is 0 to 9. So this is 39. So length equal to length of class interval equal to the difference of these two or the difference of these two. This is equal to, this is difference of lower limits. 10 minus 0. This is equal to 10, or 19 minus 9. This is equal to 10. And I am explaining you how to calculate the length of the class interval. You can take 20 minus 10. This is equal to 10. Otherwise, 20 minus 19 equal to 10. This is how we calculate the class interval for non-overlapping class intervals. Next, now we consider number 2. Find length of class intervals. Here overlapping. Ten to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So the length equal to length of class interval equal to, you can write the difference upper boundary minus lower boundary. This is equal to 20 minus 10, that equal to 10. Otherwise, you can take the difference, this difference also, 20 minus 10. This is also the same case. And you can take 30 minus, here I will write 20 minus 10 equal to 10. 30 minus 20 equal to 10. The length of the class interval of this overlapping class interval is 10. So you can take any one of the three methods. This is first calculation, and this is second calculation, and this is third calculation. So the first calculation is upper boundary minus lower boundary. The second calculation is difference of difference of two consecutive lower boundaries or upper boundaries. So this is how we understand the concept of the length of class interval for overlapping class intervals and non-overlapping class intervals. Dear students, I explained this concept up to now. I would like to continue the next part of the statistics of class 9 in the next class. All students must prepare well. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.